Welcome to this week's edition of Rapid Motion. We head off to the Kyalami Grand Prix circuit for round one of the Pro Tour and action in the VWChallengeSA and Formula V. Once again, great to have VWC on board for this year's VWChallengeSA. The first round of the Pro Tour took place at the end of January at the Kyalami Grand Prix circuit, and it was also the first round of the VWChallengeSA. Now, this is a national challenge series for the first time, and looking forward to some great action as per usual, with some new contenders and the same old faces that'll be out there on the black stuff to give us the great action that is VWChallengeSA. A welcome return for Carlos Nobre, qualifying top of the grid in terms of the Class B, and down in Class C, it's George Barth in his Volkswagen Golf.
Carlos, pole position, Class B. It's a good way to start your season when you're making your comeback.
Yes, no, it was a great day yesterday. Thanks to a well-prepared car, very competitive, and yeah, I was quite lucky. Managed to get a very fast lap in.
What made you come back?
This is where I first started. It's good racing, old friends, everyone keeps it clean, and it's very competitive.
Well, Hendrik Voet down in the pits with our drivers, but joining me in the commentary booth, as per usual, it's Graham, unbelievable Nathan.
Thanks, Greg, and as the guys get off the way in Class B, out in front is Carlos Nobre, followed closely by Kieran Kwambi and Peter Thompson. These guys are going to go at it straight away. Thompson
into second place, a nice start from him, and a little bit further down the field, looks like Quinton Needham with not such a good start. On board with Thompson now, heading down towards Nashua, well, as we affectionately know it as Nashua, now known, of course, as Lone Hill Shopping Centre corner, and as they go through there, it's a tight battle, but Nobre getting away from this field very quickly.
Yeah, he's got his head down. He wants to go away as quickly as he possibly can to try and size up the competition. He doesn't know what he's up against this year.
Yeah, he's come from Nationals back into the VWChallengeSA, and you can see he's already starting to dominate up front there. He's going to use that national experience to his advantage and try and get away from the rest of the field.
Eben Rothman's going to go up the inside of Quinton Thompson. This battle for third position is heating up. Oh, and they got a spinner. Somebody going out. Is he going to get it? He just touches the wall. Let's have another look at that. Going into sunset, he gets it all wrong.
Little squirrely there, left and right, and then puts it into the wall. Cruising for a bruising.
There we go, straight to the wall. Back to the leaders. We've got Carlos Nobre under huge pressure now from Kieran Kwambi. But let's have a look at this battle for third. 3 into 1. Are they going to get through there? Unreal racing.
As per usual, and that's what we expect when we get to Class B. But as we head out of West Bank Corner down the mine shaft now, it's just going to be line astern, and then they're just going to fan out when they get into the mine shaft. And as they come through there now, look at that stuff. Awesome stuff. As they come through there, 9 cars all battling for third.
Unbelievable stuff. They are going at it. There are 5 cars wanting third place. Peter Thompson is under huge pressure here, but these guys are not going to let up. And nor is Kieran Kwambi. He wants the front. This position is, he's tasted the lead and he wants it again.
Yeah, he wants to get back into the front of the field, but look at this, Kieran Kwambi battling to catch up to the pace that Carlos Nobre is running at the front there. Oh, looks like there's oil on the circuit here. That is Class C contenders getting out there. Oh, Budresh Lala, and it looks like it was a whole bunch of Class C's involved there, but definitely some oil on the circuit. I'm sure that's going to bring out the red flag.
There was some synchronized spinning there, but definitely the red flag. As you can see, a double-waved yellow right now, but I'm sure they're going to stop the race. If there's oil on the track, they cannot continue.
Right, there it is. The red flag does come out, and unfortunately, we're going to have to restart this race. It'll be a full restart, but let's have a look and see whether or not Carlos Nobre can get off the line as well as he did, as the Kyalami Marshal Association gets to work and does the great job that they always do. Right, back on the line, and here we go. Race 1 restart down towards turn 1. It's another superb effort there. Looks like it's a good start as well. Just in the background, Peter Thompson back onto the gas. He's now chasing down. Oh, looks like Nobre's got a boot coming open. He's had that a couple of times in Nationals. Hope it's not going to affect his drive.
Well, it might just be a little bit of aerodynamic aid, but it actually hampered him a little bit because Gerard Denning, who was second on the grid, went straight to the lead. Peter Thompson just watching this to see whether or not anybody makes an error, and he'll just have that first position.
Yeah, it's a great effort there from Henning to get to the front, but look at how hard he's trying to keep that red and yellow car of Carlos Nobre's at bay. You see somebody running a little bit wide as they come out of Lone Hill Shopping Centre corner, now heading down towards Goodyear. It'll be late braking here. Chad Bartram with a bit of problems on the inside, and that problem is in the hands of Rothman. Great drive there from Rothman. He goes up the inside of Bartram, and that's going to be a battle down to the line.
This is Kieran going into clubhouse. He's going to have a look at the back of Peter Thompson, and I'm sure Peter doesn't want to let him through now because he wants to have a run at the West Bank mine shaft after the S's. But Kieran has got other ideas. is. He was nearer the front before they stopped the race, and he wants to get back there.
Now Rothman still under pressure there from Bartram. That's the one I was talking about a little bit earlier. As they come now and head up towards West Bank Corner, it's going to be tight stuff. Look at how close it is between these boys. There's nothing in it between those two City Golfs. Up the inside, looks like Kieran Kwambi's going to try something up the inside of Thompson. Looks like he's going to be able to make it stick. Yes, he is. Clean move there, and Kwambi's up to third.
Absolutely. These guys are going at it. Peter doesn't know how that happened so quickly. Kieran came from nowhere. He's going to have a go at him. He says he's not giving up yet. Peter Thompson has still got a little bit of fight in this old dog, and having a go down the mine shaft, two abreast through the mine shaft. This is absolutely flat out stuff, Greg.
Yeah, side by side through the sweep is not how you want to do that, especially in a front wheel drive City Golf. But as they come through there, Kieran Kwambi did have the inside line, and unfortunately it looks like Peter Thompson just backed off a little bit more than what Kieran Kwambi was able to do. Maybe there, that's just the youth teaching the old man a little few tricks.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's youth or bravery, but whatever Kieran has got through and he's after the lead, Peter is probably sitting there going, I'll let you make your mistake, boy. But Evan Rothman wanting to have a go at Peter Thompson right there at the last corner of the track. And then Chad Bartram sitting going, come on guys, you scrap and I'll have it.
Yeah, I think that's what he's waiting for. Bartram saying, well, one of these guys is going to make a mistake and I'm going to come through and just pick up the pieces. Look at how tight it is up front here, though. This is on board with Thompson. He's just behind Kieran Kwambi. The battle for first and second between Henning and Nobre is still raging up the front there as they head towards Lone Hill.
Going towards Lone Hill, Kieran has broken away a little bit from Peter. He has stuck his neck out and he is balancing it on the knife edge. He is trying really, really hard to get back to the front. Greg, these guys are going at it. They haven't given up 1 second.
No, they haven't, and this is what it's all about when it comes to Goldwagen Challenge. We saw it the whole of last season, and this is a great start to the first heat of the first race meeting of the year as well. So we're looking forward to more of this action right throughout the year, and Evan Rothman has got some plans for Peter Thompson, but so has Nobre. Look at him! Oh, squirreling under brakes there, big time, and nearly going into the back of Gerard Henning. Henning had to just have a look in the rearview mirror. I think his eyes were probably as big as those 16-inch wheels.
I think Gerard knows that he's under unbelievable pressure. You can't even see him in front of the car of Carlos Nobre. They are so close. Oh, and somebody goes off Shane Kroon all the way to the wall. But back to the front. Kieran has taken advantage of Gerard and Carlos, but Carlos is going to have a go back at him. Back up the inside. Kieran goes to the outside. Gerard Henning putting his head down and going, jeez, how can I handle this pressure?
Yeah, he's going to have a little bit of hassles with these boys. Looks like Nobre's going to have to tap off slightly. That boot has come open again. He's not tapping it off at all, though. He just keeps it buried into the floorboards there. But Kieran Kwambi's got the inside line and up the inside into second place and moves up one position. Great driving. But here comes Nobre, straight back at him, down towards the kink, city by kink. What's going to happen? Are we going to see Kieran Kwambi hang on? Oh, it looks like Nobre's going to come up the inside. Yes, he's got him.
Nobre throws it up the inside of Kieran. Kieran have nowhere to go, but have to wait for Nobre to come through. And this is amazing stuff. These guys don't bump, they don't touch, they don't nudge each other. They just go at it. And Evan Rothman having another look at Peter Thompson, but not this time. Peter using the slingshot to try and have a run around the outside again.
Yeah, it's all clean racing here in Class B, and we're on a lap and a half to go for these boys as they head up towards West Bank Corner for the lap and a half. One more of those. Oh, problems. Looks like Gerard Henning's dropping back there. Yes, indeed. Hassles there for Henning. I'm not quite sure what's gone wrong with that Silver Golf, but the Robbie's Auto car has now dropped way back.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of drive and has allowed Carlos Nobre to go by, as well as Andy Gosman, Peter Thompson. But it looks like it's going now, Greg, so I don't know, maybe he just missed a gear or locked a brake or something silly like that, but it's cost him a lot of positions.
Yeah, unfortunately dropped right up from contention for the lead into fourth place, in fact into fifth place, as we see Thompson up the inside as they come through Bridgestone, heading towards City Bike now. Looks like Bartram's going to try for sixth as well, so he's going to lose 6 positions here, unfortunately, as Kieran Kwambi looks to find a way past Carlos Nobre.
That's heartbreaking, from first to sixth in half a lap. But Kieran hasn't given up. He's going, thank you very much, I'll have that. And how's this for pressure? Carlos is now looking left, right, forward, backwards, wherever. He just doesn't know where Kieran's coming from.
Well, he's coming directly out of Bungee Corner, and the checkered flag is waiting for him. He's going to take a great opening win here for the opening round of Goldwagen Challenge, and a welcome return for Carlos Nobre. Second place, Kieran Kwambi. Third place, hanging on for dear life, but only just, was Andy Gosman with a superb drive there in the Jakes Palisade Golf. Peter Thompson finishes up in fourth, and down in Class C, it was George Barth who took the victory there. We move on to classes A and P now. and they are split for the first heat, and it's Ray Wolford who put the Class A Polo onto pole position, and Jake Jacobs there in pole position for Class B.
Ray, good start to your season. Are you focused on getting the #1 plate back?
Yeah, I think that's our main goal for today and for the rest of the year. Get in there, not spend any time away from the circuits, and put in as much time as we can, and do the development early so that we can just start off well.
Valdi has moved up. It means that this class is probably wide open this year.
Yeah, I think it's a pity Valdi is gone, because it was always between myself, Valdi, Andre Ten Apel, Derek. But yeah, I think Andre, Derek is going to be in there. Even Ryan Soleil that's joined us back again. I think he's going to be more committed. So yeah, I think the racing is going to be as close, just the names will change a little bit, but it's going to be the same spectacular one.
Yeah, we no doubt about that one, Jake. See, as we get away with Class A, remember they go off 10 seconds ahead of Class P, and it looks like Ray Wolford has got a good start, but look at this. This is a man who's looking to do some damage here this year. Wayne Masters in the JohnSA car, moving to 4th place off 2nd on the grid.
On board with Jean Gerber as he slots in behind Wayne Masters. Wayne managed to hang on to 3rd, but he's lost a position. Jürgen Pullofer has gone to 2nd. Jürgen wants a piece of the front, and so does Wayne. This is going to be crazy stuff. These guys don't worry about bending panels, right?
Now this is Class A. They've got a little bit more budget than those in Class B, I think. In the JohnSA cars, we see Class B getting away there. Wayne Masters having a good one. Looks like Van Vliet is stuck there. The Batmobile is stuck on the grid. That's a big pity. One of those city golfs there. But look at this. Jake Jacobs leading the boys in Class B. Oh, a little touch there between Sondergaard and looks like Derek Smallberg is already into the touching in Bargy, but
straight off the start line, they make their intentions known. On board with Andre Ten Apel as we watch Clayton LaRue having a look left, right. They fan out 4 into 1. Loniel corner is going to get very exciting as these guys go in there, but they manage to get it all through. Nobody rides into anybody. Amazing driving here.
Yeah, superb stuff, and that's exactly what we expect from Class B. Back to Class A, though. Wayne Masters going up the inside of Pullofer. Remember last year, Pullofer in the spare parts car, it was all different colors. He's now gone all black. So is it going to work for him? I have to wait and see. Right now, it's Wayne Masters who's stuck up the inside. They're side by side down the West Bank mine shaft. And going into the sweep, Masters has got the inside line, but it's going to be Pullofer who'll have the inside line when they get to Bridgestone corner.
Jürgens holds it flat out around the outside of the mine shaft, which sets him up perfectly for the inside at the bowl. Let's see if he can hold on. Wayne is now on the outside. Jürgens sticks it up the inside and he manages to do it. Unreal.
Yeah, superb stuff. And look at the man who's got the best seat in the house there in that red Golf. Just behind, here we go, on board with him, Jan Gerber. He's really, oh, look at Masters onto 2 wheels there. What is this, city bike chicane? No, it's put onto 2 wheels.
Absolutely. Oh, Jürgen pushing Wayne really wide in the braking zone. A little bit uncalled for, I think, but Wayne manages to stay on the road. Jürgen says, I'm out of here, and Jean Gerber goes, I'll have that. I'll just move straight up into 3rd.
Yeah, moved up into 3rd place nicely there, but unfortunately that was due to the fact that Pullofer moved Masters out. But back to Class B. Look at this, Sondergaard just ahead of Derek Smallberger, but it's Jake Jacobs, and he's riding with quite a bad stomach bug, so how he's managing to hang on to this 1st position, I have no idea.
Yeah, Jax is under huge pressure. He's not feeling very well at the moment, and these guys behind him don't care. They couldn't give a damn whether or not he's sick or healthy. All they want is 1st.
Yeah, they just want his blood. That's what they want. But heading down towards turn number 1 yet again, it's Jacobs who leads, and they've got a bit of work to do to catch him. He's got about half a car length there on Sondergaard, then about a car length to Smallberger as the rest of the field comes streaming through there. And look at that, right at the back there. Watch out for Ryan Tholey. He's making a nice welcome return to Class P, and we're looking forward to some action with him up the front.
Back to the front, and Ray Wolford has broken away. He's got a fairly sizey gap, and that's only probably because 2nd, 3rd and 4th position guys are scrapping. But as we got in view here, these guys at the back, or further back in Class A, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th, there's cars fanning out. It's Gavin Ross going up the inside of a Polo, going up into West Bank. Let's see if he can make that one stick. No. Simon Mosley slams the door in front of Gavin Ross, and Gavin decides, I like this fender, so I'll just back out of this one.
Yeah, maybe just discretion, the better part of valor there as they went in. Oh, problems for one of the cars on the right-hand side there. I think that might have been Sean Dodd, because he's in a brand new Polo, so a little bit of teething problems there for that Polo for Dodd, but no teething problems up the front here, and no questions being given here, and no room as well. Wow, big boss order getting forced wide there. That doesn't happen often.
Quinton Thompson just pushing his way through. But have a look, as Wayne Masters, he's gone from 4th to 2nd. On the brakes at City Bike. He is now really mad by the looks of things, and he wants after Ray Wilford.
He means business in the Jonas Way car as they come out of Vodacom Bungee corner and onto the main straight yet again. Here we see up the inside, looks like Gavin Ross also on the move there. He's getting ahead of some of the other competitors and now right on the tailpiece of the Gyara RT car of Jason Finney.
Right throughout the field, there is a battle going on right to the back of Class A. These guys haven't let up, but back to the front. Look at this, Greg. He's got right there. Ray Wilford must be so surprised.
Wilford's just gone into Westbank corner, and what the hell is that? Where did that come from? The Jonas Way Tools car is back in contention. They're side by side down Westbank Mineshaft, heading into the sweep. Who is going to have what it takes when they get onto the brakes here? And I tell you something, you don't want to give Ray Wilford an opportunity like this because he's on the inside. He's got Wayne Masters on his outside. He'll be better on the brakes, or will he? Yes, he will. Only just. Masters hangs on, and while he's going to push him on right to the line. And this is a great battle that's going to start here now.
Masters goes inside. He was outside into the bowl. Now he's inside going into City Bike. Ray Wilford has to let him through, otherwise they're going to slow each other down too much. Look at this racing. Close stuff, no touching, and it is full throttle.
Oh, full throttle, that's exactly what we want out of these boys. Ray Wilford getting good drive out of Bungee now, heading across the line. He's going to use the slipstream of that bigger Golf in front of him. Or is he? Yes, he is. He just tucks in behind Wayne Masters. Now he'll look to take an opportunity up as they head towards Lone Hill. Looking back at Class B, it's still Jacobs ahead of Sondergaard. And Clayton LaRue moved ahead of Smallberger.
Yeah, it looks like Clayton's on the move now. He also wants a piece of the front. He's very successful at Kyalami and he likes his racetrack. But Jakes has got the pressure on. His fatigue is starting to get to him a little bit, I think, because the guys are all over him right now. Yet he does a great job of City Bike, pulls himself a nice gap and a half, and doesn't put the pressure on for Bungee.
Now as they come out of Bungee now and heading down to the main straightaway, it's LaRue that's the man you're going to have to watch out for. Roberg Sondergaard has got a lot of pressure there from Clayton LaRue, and if anything goes wrong there, Derek Smallberg and the Sabertech car is hanging on, and he's going to just pick up the pieces yet again.
Yeah, look at this racing. These guys are proverbial blanket, as they say. They are right there. Not one of them has let up for a second. There's a race for first here. It's not first, second, third, and fourth. It's for first. Derek having a look up the inside of Clayton. Clayton slamming the door. Whoa, somebody upside down. That's Voterus. Voterus has fallen on his side at Telkom.
Oh, that's a big pity there. Voterus is stuck in the kitty litter. The Kyalami Marshal's going to have to help him to get out of that. And that's a big hassle there because he was right in there as well. I think he was sitting in about 7th spot in the Class B. So a bit of work to do for yourself and your team, I think, in between the races here, boy.
Yeah, Voterus keeping us busy, that's for sure. But he's doing a great job. This is his second season in the racing polo, and he's starting to go. He's put his head down. He's taking a couple of risks, as you can see, and he's driving away, even though it's been on its side.
Well, speaking of driving away, it looks like Masters and Wilford have got away from this field, and this is the third place battle. Pilloffer with Gavin Ross right on his tail now. The Norbrake car looking to put that Blackmobile under some pressure as they head into Westbank corner, and then it's Quentin Thompson a little bit further back.
Sean Gerber and Jason Finney also full throttle, wide open, going into the Westbank mineshaft right now. This is flat out stuff. They're going to get into fourth gear down this mineshaft, probably around about 170, 180 kilometers an hour, and then hard on the brakes at the bottom for the right-hand bowl.
As they get into the bowl now, let's see if Jean Cab is going to have an opportunity to get past Jason Finney. Finney's very good on the brakes. Got onto the brakes pretty early there, though. Maybe he's just cooling the brakes slightly, not overcooking the car, and he looks pretty smooth as they come out of Bridgestone Bowl, heading down towards City Bike.
I reckon he knows that if he makes an error, Jean Gerber is going to go right past him. So if he locks it up, Jean's going to take that position. Jason running a touch wide, clipping the curve on the inside on the way out of City Bike, but down to Bungee. This is third, fourth, fifth, but back to the lead of Class B, and we've got Sondergaard going up the inside of Jake Jacobs. Has he made it stick, or did Jake's managed? No, Jake's managed to get it through. Sondergaard decided a little bit later, put more pressure and another time.
Yeah, maybe just find another spot on the circuit as well. Jake Jacobs was pretty strong through Bridgestone as they come out of City Bike now, heading into the final turn. Oh, we're going to see a change here between Smallberger. He's looking up the inside of Clayton LaRue. LaRue just took a little evasive line there, kept him at bay, but Derek Smallberger is looking for a way past, and Clayton LaRue knows that.
That is for sure, but have a look back to the lead. Wayne Masters and Ray Wilford once again side by side going down into the mineshaft. Ray Wilford on the outside and Wayne Masters on the inside. Is Ray going to be able to hang on to it through the mineshaft full throttle to give himself position for the ball.
Well, it looks like Quinton Thompson's realising that Wayne Masters might have something in his bag there, and he's doing the same thing to Jason Finney. Ray Wolford's hung on to that inside line. He's going to take the lead as they come into Bridgestone. He retakes the lead. This has happened about 4 or 5 times just in this lap. They've been swapping first and second every single corner they get to. It looks like Masters going to try it again, and they're going to City Bike, and he gets it. Oh no, Ray Wolford hangs on. There's a little touch between the two of them, but that's what it's all about. Nice stuff there. Ray hangs on to the inside line now for the final turn.
This is the final stuff. Ray up the inside. And Wayne is going to try and slingshot it and swap positions back to the inside and drag race to the line. Let's see who's got the line and who's got the drive. It looks like Ray right now. Wayne is going to have to settle for second position, but a great race.
Yeah, Ray Wolford only able to keep Wayne Masters at bay by a couple of hundredths of a second there. Pillifer hangs on to third place, and it's Jason Finney who comes through there. But back to Class P. This is the battle between Sondergaard and, of course, Jake Jacobs. Jacobs driving with that flu bug, and he's really had a tough time of it. And Jonathan Roberg Sondergaard has not given him an easy time, but he is going to hang on to the lead, and he's going to take the win in Class P ahead of Sondergaard. And in third place looks like that's Derek Smallberger in the Sabertech car. So confirmation of that, Ray Wolford ahead of Wayne Masters and Jürgen Pillifer. And down in Class B it was Jacobs from Sondergaard and Smallberger in the Sabertech car in third.
Ray, that was some hard work, eh?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I had such a good start. I saw Wayne bog down a bit and then got caught behind Jürgen Pillifer. And I pulled a nice gap and I thought, oh, this is going to be too easy. And before I knew it, I had the fight of my life on my hands. And yeah, it was great. The two of us, respect for each other, we were able to go through corners together and tussle a bit without touching. It was really unbelievable. Probably the race of a lifetime, really.
Wayne, do you think you could have done it?
I don't know how some of those moves I pulled. I took a deep breath and held it in. But I didn't think I'd catch him after I got fell behind Jürgen and Jean. But managed to get past him again. And I think Ray rested a little bit. And then he realized, hang on a moment, there's a race on. And yeah, look, I took big chances. We both could have been off the track, as you probably saw. But we held it together, and I think we had a brilliant race, nice and clean.
Alice Supercross style with David Bailey and Rick Johnson, but now it's all hands on deck. All the cars in Class A, Class B, Class C and Class P will start together and head down towards turn number 1. Class A with a 10-second gap over Class P as they head out of turn 2 now. We're going to wait and see what's going to happen in Class P as they get underway, but it's a ding-dong battle about to get underway yet again here in Class A.
Look at this, around the outside, up the inside. There are cars everywhere, Greg. These guys just don't understand that this is only the start of the season. Down to the start of Class P, and we've got Roberg Sondergaard out in front. Andre Ten Apel up the outside of him. He's putting pressure. Derek Smallberger. Jake Jacobs is down to 4th. Is that where he started, or did he make a mistake? I think that's where he started. But on board with Jakes as we watch these guys going up to Lonial Corner. Really neat and tidy. Let's see if there's any moves going to be made, or are they going to wait for a little bit further in the race. A little bit of a lock-up there from Derek Smallberger. Jonathan Roberg Sondergaard running a touch wide, and followed straight off the road is Andre Ten Apel, but down to Class B as we've got a gaggle of cars going into turn 1. Let's see if they get through there without any incident.
Robbie Prius in there in the blue Golf, and we're on board with Kieran Kwambi. Prius is right on his tail, but it's Carlos Nobra who got away quite nicely and has taken the lead yet again in Class B. Second place looks like that is Gerard Henning, and right on his tail is Chad Bartram, who's the man we can see because we're on board with Kieran Kwambi, and it's tight up between those first 4 cars.
Going up to West Bank Hill, we've got Jean Gerber in second place, Quinton Thompson, Steve Hurley, and Gavin Ross going up the inside of the big boss auto car of Robertson. There's also a Beetle involved for a change. Steve Rogers has managed to get his Beetle going again. He had brake problems in Heat 1, but let's have a look to the front of the field. Quinton Thompson, can he set something up for the bowl? Let's have a look now. Yes, there he comes. Quinton sticks it up the inside of Jean Gerber. And John goes, all right, you go there, I'll go to the other side. Let's see who can get to City Bike first.
Now it's side-by-side action a little bit further back here in Class P. It's still Sondergaard who leads, and look at that, Ten Apel with some pressure from Smallberger. That is Jake Jacobs. Nice to see right on his tail is Ryan Thola as they come into the bowl now. Onto the brakes for the bowl. Jacobs up the inside, trying for third place. Is he going to get Derek? No, he's not. Derek hangs on in the Sabertech car and lives to fight another day.
How close was that, Greg? There was just no space there, and these guys don't touch. Amazing. They must come show the national boys a bit. Jan Pep, are you watching?
I hope he is. They head down towards onesie. Looks like one of the cars going off there. That is Ray Wilford. Wilford's had a puncture. He's had to pull into the pits, so big problems there for Wilford. Our top contenders have got to go into the pits with a puncture as we're watching Class B go across the line.
Watch these guys in Class B. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Class B, and there's a swapping of position. Kieran Kwambi this time doesn't get through, but he wants through. He's gone from fourth to third. He's right behind Chad Bartram, and he wants through. A little bit of grass track racing there. Anywhere for these guys, but they're going to go forward.
Now Rob Prius using some of his national championship contention and experience there to go a little bit wide. He knows that corner quite well from Class C and production cars, but here they come into the final turn. And look at that, Chad Bartram starting to put pressure onto Nobre now. There are 9 City Golfs involved and 1 Golf 2, and they're all battling for that front position. This is a 9-way battle for first.
Absolutely. There's no first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. They just want one. That's all these guys want, is the guy at the front. Look at this battle. Kieran Kwambi up the inside going into turn 2. A really brave move. Whoa! Chad Bartram slams the door and Kieran manages to avoid him. That's some amazing stuff. And Derek Smallberger going to the outside. No, it's Jake Jacobs going to the inside at Clubhouse. He's managed to go up to third position. Jakes is now after Andre. Andre is chasing Jonathan. Unreal racing.
As per usual, here we go, on board with Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little bit understeer here as they come out and head up towards the top of the hill, towards West Bank corner. Andre Tenable better have his eyes in the rearview mirror because Jake Jacobs means business as they get onto the shelf now. West Bank corner, onto the brakes. Oh, looks like there might be problems up front. Yes, indeed. Roberg Sondergaard has chucked it away all on his own. The pressure behind has got to him, and unfortunately, he's put it into the kitty litter up at West Bank.
Andre Tenafel therefore moves into first place as Roborg Sondergaard reverses onto the racetrack. Does he know that there are 20 Class B hooligans about to arrive in a rush?
And here they come. Right on cue. Down the West Bank mineshaft now. Look at that. Carlos Nobre getting away so well in that Class B car of his. He's pulling away from Chad Bartram, but Kieran Kwambi is putting huge pressure onto Bartram. That's possibly why Bartram has slowed up slightly. He's taking the more defensive role, and up the inside goes Kwambi. He's going to take him into Bridgestone. Yes, he is. Thanks for coming. Here I come. Kieran Kwambi in a second, but Bartram hangs on. They side by side as they go onto the little straight that leads them towards City Bike.
Kieran Kwambi has not let up for 1 second, and nor is Bartram, and nor is Gerald Hen, and Gerald sitting there going, come on guys, right into each other so I can go up into second place. Get on with it already. We're on board with Peter Thompson, excuse me, and he's just watching this lot going, some awesome racing. How are these kids? They mad.
I think that's exactly what he's saying. Onto the main straight once again, and it's Thompson there in 5th place. Back to Class P though. Looks like Jake Jacobs is going to try something up the inside of Tenapel. Looks like, oh yes he is. Look at that, he just driven right past him. Andre Tenapel taps out of it slightly. That's going to give an opportunity maybe for Derek Smallberger to get the drive out of Goodyear. He's got a superb drive out of Goodyear. Now to the inside line and into Clubhouse corner, and he's got him. So Tenapel loses 2 positions in 2 corners.
Andre under some massive pressure and a real big bit of schooling going on there for him. But at the top of West Bank, we've got Steve Rogers under pressure from Valdi Mankis in his brand new Polo, as well as the big boss auto car of Robertson. These guys are also not let up for 1 second. They're not at the front, but they are racing their hearts out.
No, that's the best part about the Goldwagen Challenge. There's racing right through the field. Even when you get down to Class C, it's always great action. And as they come into the bowl now, we go back to the leaders in Class P. Smallberger up the inside of Jake Jacobs, and he's got him. Can you believe it? Derek Smallberger's got to the front, and the Sabertech car now leaves, but Jacobs comes straight back at him.
Yeah, Jakes is definitely not let him go. Jakes is down the inside into the mine shaft. Smallberger runs around the outside. He should have the line because Jakes is on the outside. Let's have a look. Jakes swaps to the other side. Derek doesn't know which side Jakes is 1 minute from the next, but they give each other room. Jakes is running up the middle of the racetrack, and hopefully he's going to be able to hang on to City Bike. Let's have a look. How far did Derek get?
No, he hasn't got close enough, I don't think. Yeah, they come through City Bike, but he's have to take him back. Oh, in fact, he has. Look at that. Oh, Derek Smallberger's hang on to that inside line, that outside line there, and now the inside line for the final turn, and the Sabertech car hangs on, but Jacobs is not happy about that.
And the guy sitting watching at the back is Ryan Thaler, who's so mesmerized that he drives straight off the road. Come on, Ryan, pay attention, boy. And Kieran Kwambi hasn't let go of Chad Bartram. This battle is still flat out. These guys haven't let up for 1 second, and out in front is Carlos Nobre going, well, if these guys hold each other up, I've got an easy one.
Yeah, he's going to have a very easy one if this continues to the end. Here we come to the closing stages of the race now. It's very, very tight stuff in Class B. It's tight stuff right the way through. In fact, there's no doubt we're going to be in for some great action here as it comes to the final stages. Well, it looks like in the final stages, VWChallengeSA is still going to have his say. Well done to Team Nathan's there. They put that car back together, and once he put it onto its roof and its side. So nice job there from Dean and the boys.
Down to the front. This is the battle for third place in Class B. Ray Wilford has come back after a puncture. He's come back right from the back of the field to get into a scrap between Ryan Thole and Andre Tenapel. Let's have a look. Can they get it sorted out for City Bike at the top of your screen? Oh, Andre goes over. Andre throws it upside down. And as I say that, Jakes goes up the inside of Derek. Derek slams the door. Jakes goes tighter. This is a drag race to the line. Let's have a look.
Only got a couple more laps to go for these boys. Kieran Kwame still on the tailpiece. There you can see that car on its roof. And I think we might have a possibility of a red flag here. We'll have to wait and see. It's double yellows going into City Bike at the moment. And you can see that car is stuck in the middle of the racing line. So I'm sure that a red flag is going to come out. And unfortunately, that is going to be the red flag on the last lap. So that'll bring the race to a close. And unfortunately, that is going to bring the day's racing action to a close as well for Goldwagen Challenge.
As you can see there, Andre Tenapel getting out of the car. Just testimony to the strength of these motor cars. Absolutely no problem. And there is the red flag.
And that'll bring the day's racing for Goldwagen Challenge to a close. And unfortunately, that is one of the things that happens. But Class A is taken by Wayne Masters. They go one lap back, of course. Quentin Thompson in second place. And Class B, Smallberger ahead of Jacobs. And of course, Tenapel there in third, even though he ended up on his roof. Carlos Nobre finishing up on top of the Class B there, ahead of Bartram and Kwambi. And Bath, Derek and Lala are the top C-Class contenders.
So Wayne, at last a nice win in this car, and a bit of a walk-away win too.
Yes, no, thank goodness. It's taken me 12 months, a year. But it's great to have a first win. Yes, unfortunately, Ray, I believe he had a puncture, so he was out of it. The other guys were still a little bit off the pace, but I'm sure they're going to be there next race. But I'm thankful to John's Way, and that's our first win.
So Carlos, back into Goldwagen racing. Boy, what a start. Not only leading the championship, you won both races as well now.
Yes, no, it's been a good start. Hopefully we can keep it up. It is still a long season. We had a lot of competition. I was fortunate in the second heat. I was able to get away and keep toe with Ray Wilford on the Class A car, which definitely helped me a lot.
A big thanks to Goldwagen for all of this fantastic action from round one of the Pro Tour.